You're listening to the Energy is Love podcast.
So if you're just obviously you're just listening because this is the beginning, but that intro, that introduction was recorded before we recorded the episode. So
maybe it's funny, maybe it's lighthearted.
Yeah,
maybe we're about to dive into some shit.
Right, we don't know what this episode's going to hold. Oh, we forgot to turn on the lamp.
Oh, see, it's already.
Yeah, turn the lamp on. Ooh. Don't knock anything over.
That's a lot to ask.
That is a lot to ask. One thing that I forgot to ask people during the intro, do you know what it was?
Where do they listen to their podcasts at?
Is that what I forgot to ask them?
Do they like...
Okay. Go to energyislovepodcast.com.
That's not a question. That's a order.
I
That's
asked you a question.
You said there was one thing I forgot to ask them. Do you know what that was?
Yeah. That was the question to you. And then you started rambling.
Because you said, I forgot to ask them to do something is what you meant.
No, it wasn't like, do you know what it was? Like, it was guess.
Okay, when you listen to this, when you go guess. Back, it was guess.
Yeah, it was like,
that's not how it made it sound. It was
and then
like,
you were supposed to guess.
Do you know what the question was? So I was guessing questions.
And then you're like, anyway.
This wasn't my fault.
This is off to a great start.
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Is that it? Or are we done?
That's it. We're done.
We're not communicating. We're not recording. We're done.
It's so hot out here.
It's so hot. I know.
Yeah, we're going to be Sheeny.
Sheeny?
Yeah, Ali Sheeny.
Ali Sheeny? You're going to be, you'll be Ali Sheeny and I'll be J-Glow.
J-Glow. That's good.
That was good.
J-Glow's
I'm
really
good.
J-Glow. No, it's hot up here. It's a warm day here. And
this is the sauna.
Our studio is in the upstairs of our house. And obviously, if you know anything about science, heat rises. So the upstairs
but it accumulates in this room. This room does not get as, or this room is hotter than that room, or that room, or that room. This room, it accumulates
because it faces the sun.
If you know anything about marriage, you know you're in trouble. This is your sauna. You've wanted a sauna. Go. This is your sauna.
We could totally sauna this shit out.
Like, I think we are right now.
We could do a hot yoga in here.
We could, but this table's in the way.
Ooh. We're not moving the table. Before I forget it.
Okay. Is it another question that's not really a question?
These people keep calling me.
I see you've got 2 calls so far.
Uncle Bud was one of them.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not sure what Uncle Bud needed, but that's okay.
What did you forget?
The question. So on the way home today,
yes,
I had something that came up in my head, and it was like, oh, I have to save this for the podcast.
And that you were all mysterious about it. You wouldn't tell me.
It wasn't mysterious.
You were so mysterious. You're like, you'll just have to wait. If you want to know how the book ends, you'll have to read it yourself.
I'm trying to think of how to preface it. There's not much. I mean, it's applicable in our lives because you and I obviously know what goes on in our lives, but
I don't at the moment. I'm a little confused.
I don't know what to preface it with. This is in relation to an epiphany that Craig had recently involving his children, but also gave him a new perspective on his relationship with his parents and just people in general. So,
okay.
That's the preface. We just gave an introduction to this
to your thought.
Short little clip that is now available on the YouTube.
Are you stalling?
I'm definitely not stalling.
It's taken a really long time to get there.
That's what she said.
Oh. It's all about the climb.
Hey, it's all about the climb. That's funny. Do you think that's what Alex Honnold says?
Yes.
Kids, people, everybody, not just kids. Everybody has a story.
True.
And everybody's story, what I mean by everybody has a story, I mean like in life, right? Everybody has a story of their life.
Yes.
The story that we tell ourselves, the story that we share with other people. It's our story of our life from the time that we have consciousness on this planet, right?
Oh, the book of life.
Yeah, and everybody's got one.
Everybody's got one.
And I'm not talking, you say book of life, now it seems like I'm talking about like an actual, Akashic record thing. And
that's not where you're going?
That's not where I'm going at all.
Okay.
I'm talking about like if I were to say, hey, Steph, tell me about yourself. Tell me about, what's your story? Tell me about
I'm
yourself.
married to an amazing man who is confusing the fuck out of me. That is my story.
No, but that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Is everybody has a story that they tell.
Yes.
And a story that they tell people, a story that they tell themselves in their head about their life and their experiences.
Do you think those are the same stories?
No.
Okay.
But what I think, I feel like I'm just talking so loud into the microphone.
Okay. I was mimicking you. We're both sitting here doing this for that's going to be a great clip.
I love these headphones.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you?
So much.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Baby, please keep telling me about your story. Yeah.
So
I don't think it's time yet, but I feel like, okay, maybe it is.
Yeah, I told you about an hour and 15 minutes, and that's pretty much spot on.
All right.
So everybody's got a story.
Okay.
And the reason I had this realization, right, this profound epiphany, is because I was thinking about, we kind of laugh sometimes when our kids talk about growing up and they talk about their life and they talk about how it was and they talk about this, that, or the other.
Yes.
And we kind of chuckle and laugh because of how wrong they get it.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course not to them.
Well, that's the whole thing that I'm talking about.
Sit back and we're like, wow.
The reality is those stories, like that story that our kids are telling themselves and that they're sharing with other people about their childhood, about growing up, about everything that went on, excuse me, up until how old they are, we would tell a completely different story.
Yes.
And we oftentimes be like, well, that's not really what it was like. Or we try to not explain away or justify, but like...
I don't even try.
I think sometimes we try to correct. It's like, well, that's not exactly how it happened. Or anyways, what I'm getting at is it's just really fascinating that everybody has a story. And it's their story from their perspective of how shit went down.
Yeah. Everybody has a different perspective.
And I was thinking that was such a long... It's going to
be a headrest.
Don't do that.
Oh. Does that make you mad?
No, don't. It's not a headrest.
Are you sure?
Hey, I'm telling a story.
I know. That's why I need a headrest.
Am I boring you?
No.
I'll tell you a different story.
No, please get to the point. I just want to
I don't know
it.
if there is a point.
Oh, no.
It just was this really clear epiphany of like, sometimes I don't give weight to our kids' stories. I think that they were, they're over exaggerating or they don't really know what happened. And so I don't really give a lot of stock to their story sometimes.
Yeah.
And I need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Right. I need to stop thinking like that. And then I kind of flashed and thought about what my mom's view of my story is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like how much of my mom's story of me is accurate. Like if her and I were to...
Well, you could do no wrong.
Well, no, hold on.
So obviously it's pretty accurate, right?
If her and I were to write like a book,
and
it would be Craig's story, right? My story. And she would write it from her perspective and then I would write it from my perspective. I think those would be two it would be like...
Yeah, they'd be completely different.
It would be like Upside Down World. It would be
probably
Bizarro Land.
Yeah.
Where some of it, it seemed like everything was kind of the same. But then what are chapter 4 went this direction. So
I think they'd be very different.
I think they would be a lot different. And so the same applies for our kids. But I remember having like animosity or frustration or even just like kind of thinking like, oh, Mom, you're so dumb. Like that's not, disagreeing with her view and her perspective of what happened or what took place. And I'm like getting frustrated. Our kids are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And so you look at me like I'm a fucking idiot.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm sorry if that's how I'm coming off.
No.
I do not mean to come off that way.
It's just funny. You're like, yes, jackass, people have stories. This is very profound. Oh, they're different stories. Oh, that's brand new information.
I am coming off condescending.
You're not.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I don't mean to do that.
So that's it. That was the thought that I had.
I'm glad you had that thought.
It was just really interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I don't want to minimize or discredit or undervalue our kids' perspective of their life and their story and what they've experienced and gone through.
This is funny. Yeah.
What's funny?
Like all of this just recently, like obviously they have a story. That's not something that's new to me.
You just heard it. I literally just told it.
Yes.
It's brand new information I pulled from the universe.
What? I must have future casted this last week then. Because one of the things that I have an issue with is that I recognize that they have their own stories and their own perspectives. And I don't correct it. I just usually don't talk. And my version of it is all in my head because whatever. But I just don't correct it because I don't want to change or make any of them I don't want to make any of them feel like what their perspective is wrong, or make them feel like that they need to quiet their voice. And so I wouldn't say anything. And what came up with that is that I should still say something. I can say, I understand that that's your version of it. That's the way you interpreted it. I said that right. But for me, this is what it felt like. So instead of just like always not talking and letting everybody walk all over me, like, okay, that's your version. This is what it feels like for me. This is my experience.
Think of like...
So I'm going to start telling people my experience.
I love that.
I'm tired of everybody else having their own.
Let's start now.
I just did.
Let's start now.
I just did.
Okay.
I did it.
Let's do...
It's so hot up here.
That now.
Okay, let's do it now.
You tell your experience of something and I'll tell mine. Can you think of anything?
No. How about my experience of this podcast right now? Up until this point.
No.
No.
Something that has a little bit more memory to it.
Okay.
Because I want to pull something from a neural
We've done
pathway.
that. Like I'll talk about certain like milestones that I felt were milestones in our relationship. And I'll have all this meaning and sentiment and thinking it was a thing and we're having this moment. And then you're over here like, this really makes me think of myself or like something off. And you're not even thinking about me or this. And so, and there's...
Keep going.
I'm saying there's probably times it's the same. But you look at me and you think it's this moment. And I'm like, what's happening on Facebook?
From this moment.
So...
You were...
Life has begun.
Life has begun from this moment. I have a story that
you
we
have
can
a story?
tell.
Yes, let's do it.
Our first date.
Our first date. Oh, you're going to make fun of this stop sign stoplight.
That's just one part of it.
That's just one part of it. I said it was a stop sign. You said it was a stoplight. We both agreed I ran it.
I'm sorry. Do you think it was a stop sign?
It was not a stoplight. It was an oops stop sign.
Are you just being stubborn, or like, is that really what your memory is?
I didn't see a stoplight.
Okay.
I thought it was a stop sign. And then you're like, no, it was a stoplight. Okay. So I ran a stop sign / light. Depends on the version. Depends on who you're talking to.
In
It's
one
a stop-
parallel universe.
It's a stoplight now. But that was like what?
Yeah, they didn't
8
have...
years ago?
They didn't have
9 years ago?
stoplights back in
How many years?
2012.
It was 12.
They didn't have stoplights.
11 years. Or
back in the
that's
day
9
in
years.
2012. We were all panicked that the world was going
No,
to
they
end.
just, all the stoplights weren't installed.
Yes, they were.
No, they weren't. It was a stop sign.
That was a funny part.
I was so nervous.
Yeah, you were.
I was so nervous. And
Do you remember what you were wearing?
I remember what you were wearing.
I remember what you're wearing.
Yeah.
I could go get it out of your closet right now.
Probably not.
You still have it.
Do I?
You do. It's that brown sweater.
It was a tank top. Because it was summer.
Black tank top.
It was a brown tank top.
Brown.
It was a brown tank top.
So,
There's pictures of it. So you remember what I was wearing. Okay.
Fuck. This is a terrible experiment.
You were wearing Star Wars shirt and jeans that you just got that day at Old Navy.
That we bought. Yeah, we went to Old Navy. Did we go see a movie?
We did. What was the movie, Craig?
Ooh, fuck.
How much do you love me? Everything's riding on this moment. Do
You're
you
so
remember the
funny.
movie?
From this
No.
moment.
I want to see how much you love me. This is a test.
Of
This is a test.
Of the emergency broadcast
This is a
system.
test.
Nah.
What was the movie?
I was doing the emergency
What was the movie?
broadcast
What was the
noise,
movie?
And it sounded nothing.
Oh my God. I think I just remembered.
Did you get it?
I didn't know it. I was just messing with you this whole
No,
time.
You didn't know
I didn't know it. I think I remember though. And
What
I
is
will
it?
tell you because I forgot to and I was just screwing with you.
It's a Sandra Bullock movie.
Oh, was it? I was thinking, I think it might have been End of Watch.
Ooh, maybe.
It was around that time. So if it wasn't End of Watch, then
Okay, Google.
it was like around the time the End of
When
Watch
did End
came
of
out.
Watch come out?
Here's a summary from Wikipedia. End of Watch premiered on September 8th, 2012 at the Toronto International Film Festival.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
wait.
okay. So maybe that wasn't
Hold
it.
on. And was released in American theaters on September 21st.
Oh, was it September? It totally wasn't September. So that wasn't it.
So it was not End of Watch. Mystery solved. When that Jeopardy question comes up, you'll know the
it
answer.
was not End of Watch, and neither of us remember. I think we went to a movie, didn't we?
Where do we go eat?
We went to eat at. We didn't do sushi that time. It wasn't. We didn't go to Olive Garden that time.
Okay, the question wasn't where did we
I'm
not
trying
go?
to remember. I remember kissing you. I remember other things that happened.
The question was where did we go? Not where we didn't go to Burger King.
I got a little scared after I ran the stop sign. I was
Popeyes
nervous.
wasn't
Okay,
a thing.
you know what? My heart was racing the entire time.
Yeah.
The entire time.
So we went to Old Navy first.
Yes, where you did.
And I bought some clothes.
You got some clothes.
Which I have no idea why that was a thing.
I don't know why
on
that
the
was a
date.
thing either. But you're like, let's go get me some clothes. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
and I
don't
watched
know.
you come in and out of the dressing room.
Right?
It was. I gotta say, yeah, get those jeans. Your ass looks great, and it did.
But I don't know why we did that. It's not
You needed a pair of pants and a shirt for a date.
That's so funny. That's probably totally what it is. I'm so dumb.
You're not
I'm
dumb.
so glad that we knew each other before this time period. So we went to Old Navy, and then we went and ate at it was an Italian restaurant.
No, I don't think it was that time.
It was 100%
Was it?
that time. Yes.
Because I thought we did that on another time.
No.
So we were going. We were going to Tucci's, but then we went to Olive Garden, or we were going to Olive Garden, then we went to Tucci's.
We were gonna go to
But I thought it was another time.
Tucci's,
Yeah.
and Tucci's wasn't there, and so we went to a different place.
So it was Olive Garden?
No, it was the place I'm talking about.
What is it?
I don't remember the name. I know right where it's at. It's
We went to an
closed.
an Italian restaurant in Utah, in Salt Lake, that wasn't Tucci's or Olive Garden.
Yes,
Was
they
it?
exist.
Name one.
Old Spaghetti Factory.
We didn't go there. That is
No.
one. You're right.
Yeah, that is an
Okay.
Italian restaurant.
I really like Tucci's and Olive Garden, so my brain's like, is there anything else? No.
This episode is brought to you by...
I don't remember.
I don't remember the name of it, but that's definitely where
Wow.
we went. And
So neither of us could write this book right now. Neither of us have the story
I think we're
information.
doing a really good job.
I don't think so. We're like, enter your own narrative. And then
what
we
memory-
drove here. Enter your own narrative.
That's what memory is. It really is.
Okay. Enter
Right?
your own narrative.
It totally is.
So if you can't remember, then you just make your shit up.
Yeah, it's like
I don't
reading.
feel like that's right.
It's not that you just make your shit up, but you fill in the blank spots.
Do you, or do you just say, I don't remember where we ate? I think that's what you actually do.
But your memory creates something in that blank spot. I'll give you an example.
Mine's a void.
I'll give you an example.
Okay, what does your memory
I'll
create?
give you an example.
Weirdo.
I'll give you an example.
Give me an example.
We were trying to decide if we went to the movies.
Yes. Did we?
What took place in your brain when you had that thought?
I was
'Cause we-
trying to remember if we went to the movies.
So what was being created? Could you see movie theaters? Could you see us in a movie theater? Could you see us sitting down? Were you visualizing or seeing anything?
I was thinking, fuck, try and remember.
Okay.
It's important.
But in your brain.
Maybe my brain doesn't work the way your brain works.
Do you not have a visual brain?
Yes, I have a visual brain, but usually I try to remember something that is relevant to the time, not all the times I've been to a movie theater in my life. All of you can elaborate now, and let's see if we can pick the time.
Listen, Smarty.
No, I was trying to remember that day.
Okay, listen, I have another question for you then about the way our brain works.
Okay.
So this time I'm going to spark a memory.
Okay, spark a memory.
That you very clearly remember.
Okay, good.
And I want you to describe.
I hope I remember.
I want you to describe to me what's going on in your head.
Okay. Well, I'm panicking.
So it's almost like...
It's panic.
Don't panic.
It's anxiety.
This is really easy.
It's fear.
Do you know the...
Way to San Jose. La, la, la.
Maybe
La,
I'll pick
la,
a different memory. Okay, close your eyes.
Because it's going to pop up.
Hold on, I got it. Shut up. Close your eyes.
They're closed.
This memory is Brandy.
I'm thinking about you kissing me.
And Telluride.
Okay.
Now tell me what's going on in your head.
Okay, right now we are sitting in the sun on the corners of the tarps, kicking back, and I'm looking at you as I can see your face. You are happy and you are also proud that you made it happen, and we're watching things unfold and take place. It's before she's actually on the stage, before we've seen her, but it's just that moment of that heartfelt, like feeling where we are and all of it coming together and how special it was.
So in your mind, what you just relayed, is it words on a page that you're reading? Is it...
I'm describing the scene that I'm seeing.
Okay. And that scene that you're seeing, how are you seeing it?
I just told you.
What I'm saying is, do you have like pictures in your brain?
Yeah, it's like I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Like it's taking place
from above,
and I'm like kind of to the side and can see it kind of to the side and above. I'm watching it happen.
Watching it happen.
Like there.
Can you smell anything there?
I didn't.
Can you hear anything?
Oh yeah. I can hear the people. I can hear like the tarp crinkling. I can hear the music up on stage.
Can you feel the temperature?
I feel the sun, basking on the skin. I felt all that. I didn't smell. I didn't have smell-o-vision in it. I can usually smell people's truths, but I can't smell my memories. That's interesting. I can now, though.
Now you can, right?
Yeah, to spark it. So you sparked it. But this is all shit that happened. I'm not filling in the blanks. So can I open my eyes yet?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So
that's your experience.
Yeah, that was my experience. That was a snapshot of a part of it.
And your thing is like, this is all shit that happened. Well, that's all shit that happened.
Yes.
You, from your perspective, from your experience.
Okay, well, what was it like from you sitting right next to me?
So I can go to that spot.
Can you?
Of that memory.
Okay.
But if you were to say Telluride, Brandy Carlisle and Telluride.
Were you on the tram where I was thinking we were going to be slingshot off the mountain?
Let me tell you, I'll tell you where I do.
Sorry, I'm apparently a little bossy.
Kidney pain in my right side.
Straight
Is my kidney on my right?
Your right and your left.
Do I have two kidneys?
Baby, I think we need to go to the doctor.
We probably do.
Yes, you do have two kidneys.
Okay. It totally looks like we're hotboxing in here.
The incense. Oh, look, it's going straight up again.
The incense.
The energy is good.
It means the energy's good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I get a fast forward flash.
Okay.
Of images.
Okay.
It's literally like it's everything in a blink.
So I was supposed to tell you everything?
Holy shit. No, this is just a fun thought experiment.
Okay. Well, tell me about a moment. I say, tell you, right? Tell me what you think. Tell me what you see.
I am.
Close your eyes. Okay. Tell me it.
I am. I'm trying to tell you what happens when I think.
Don't tell me what happens. Tell me what you're seeing.
It's too fast. It's the walk. It's the stores. It's the bathroom that I found the secret entrance to. It's the tarps, the fence, the room we stayed in, the deer, the smell, the mountains, the waterfall. I mean, it's everything flashes, and it's not just picture. Sometimes it's a picture, but then it's a scene, like a Jewel and sitting in the rain and. The burgers that we so fast. And then I can settle on one, right? Like when you started talking about the tarps and stuff, I can go right there. But it's almost like a zoom around to a different spot. And when I drop in, and especially like if I really drop in, then it's like there, totally there. Like I can remember how things felt. I can not just remember how things felt, I can feel things, like tactile things, not just the emotion of the experience, but like actual, I can feel like the ground and the chain link fence and see, I just flashed into another, so many different little spots. Like how I always find parking. Oh, I had to open up my eyes.
Yeah. Don't trail off yet to parking.
Okay.
We're still here. I didn't realize that you wanted me to tell you all the things that I remembered about Telluride. I thought you wanted like...
That's not what I wanted.
Okay. I want to go back.
Okay.
What about the bathroom with the secret entrance that you found? What the fuck is that story?
I'll tell you what that story is.
Please.
This is perfect example of what I'm trying to explain.
Oh,
we have
good.
different stories.
Okay.
So we go to Telluride.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to embarrass you, but that's okay. It's a very big deal, and it's very important that Stephanie has the appropriate accommodations to take care of any bodily functions that may need to be taken care of. It's a very big deal.
Not
and
any.
I'm telling
I'll
my
pee in
fucking
the
story.
woods.
So it's important. And we're
Okay.
at a music festival, which usually has nothing but porta potties.
Can't
So-
poop in a porta potty.
My photographic memory will like essentially make a map of the town that we're in as we walk around, and I could literally take you to the bathroom that I'm talking about
I
right now.
believe that. Can you tell me about it?
I had
though?
to find the bathroom that was the closest because she wouldn't use the porta potties.
I used the porta
I'm
potties.
telling my story.
Do you not remember me using the porta potties?
Yes.
Okay.
To pee.
Yeah.
So the bathroom that I'm talking about was inside it wasn't a hardware store, but it was kind of like a hardware store.
I remember.
And we had to go through we go in the front door and we go all the way through the back, and then you go like into the storage room, and then behind the storage room is another hallway, and that's where the bathrooms are.
Yeah.
And instead of having to go all the way around to the front to get to this, there was a back door into that little hallway directly into where the bathrooms were that cut down an alleyway that was very quick and fast and close to the entrance.
That's right.
So I then had a location for you that was close, that was easy to get to, that was private, that was secure, and I knew exactly where it was. And I told you where it was, and we made note of like, remember, it's out the entrance, then the second left, and so on and so forth. That is my experience of that one little tiny aspect of things, right?
I'm glad that my bathroom experience is what you like honed in on.
What I hone in on is your comfort.
Well,
What I hone in on is making sure that not only are you comfortable, but that you're having a good time, that you can relax, that you can really enjoy yourself. That's what I'm honing in
you're
on.
sweet.
I do everything I can to make sure that everything is very perfect for
You're
you.
sweet. I was thinking you were talking about like pooping, but I didn't have to like poop the whole time. We went to that bathroom a lot. So I think I was on my period. And
You
I
were
was
totally on your
not
period.
going to change anything in a porta potty.
Right?
You're not putting like nothing touches the vulva. That is a gross place to be. Not the vulva, the porta potty. My vulva's a party. Okay. It's a great place to be.
It's a portable party.
No, it's not.
It's a portable
She
party.
is fan-fucking-tastic.
That means that you can go around with
She
her.
is a wild woman, and we do not, like, she does not get contaminated. So, yeah, I wasn't going
were
to change
totally on your
anything
period.
in a porta potty.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
did require accommodations so I could
Which you
keep
had.
my hygiene and my sanity.
And
And you totally made that happen for me.
after we walked through the downtown area of that place,
Mm-hmm.
like literally within the span of 4 hours, I had every bathroom located and where it was and how we could get to it and where the good ones were.
You're so nice. You did a great job. I mean, the whole part, all of it was fantastic. I'm sorry that I didn't like hone in on the memory of me trying to find clean places to change my cup. But
you remember that now.
I do. And I can also look at it now and be like, oh my gosh, you're wonderful. Thank you. That was actually a really big deal.
Right?
That was a really big deal. So thank you.
This whole thing is just stemming from my question about memory.
But I'm still not adding things. You're not adding things.
Well,
your thing was like, you fill in the blanks. I'm like, I don't think so. It's either blank or you remember.
Okay, I'm not arguing that you fill in stuff. I'm not saying like that if you don't remember, just make it up.
That's what it sounded like. You fill in the blanks. What does your mind see?
What I was trying, it's strictly what I was trying to see was like strictly what your brain does. And I'm not talking about just yours. It works
really hard to figure out what's happening.
I'm talking about brains in general.
Okay.
If you tell a brain to like, I mean, it's a simple thing of like.
Is this like if you give a mouse a cookie?
No.
Okay.
It's how do you see things in your head is really the question. And I think everybody sees things differently.
Probably.
If I say pink elephant, what do you see? You see a pink elephant.
I see a purple rabbit.
But what? No, you don't fuck around with me. But what kind of pink elephant? Is it a legitimate, real elephant that is just pink? Is it a cartoon elephant? Is it a Heffalump or Woozle from Winnie the Pooh?
I'm seeing all of it now. Everything you say, I'm like.
Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing, but with something else.
Pink elephant.
That's exactly what I said. You're such a jerk.
I was waiting for the curveball.
Okay, are you ready?
You're not expecting a pink elephant again.
Right?
I'm ready. Go ahead.
I can't think of it. All I can think of is a pink elephant.
I love you so much. You make me smile.
You make me feel so young. What's something that you like? I know that we both had like the dream of being an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Like tell me about that dream. Oh, I have a quick side note.
Okay.
While you're thinking.
Okay.
Do you know who Elliot Page is?
No.
It's okay. Do you know who Ellen Page is?
I know who Ellen DeGeneres is.
Okay. Do you know who Juno is?
Yes.
Okay. Juno is Ellen Page, who
who's Elliot Page then?
Is Ellen Page transitioned?
Oh, well, so then Elliot Page is the only name you should use.
Correct. Which is what I started with, but then we had to go down the briefest of rabbit holes to get you to where we're at now.
You could just said the person who played Juno.
Yes. But then
sorry for using your dead name. Very sorry.
Okay. Elliot Page.
Yes.
Is they just released, or it's coming out. It'll probably be out by the time this episode's out.
Probably by
it'll probably be out by the time I finish this sentence.
It hurt. Okay.
What?
Go
Your
ahead.
Feet?
Yeah, my feet hurt.
Oprah interviewed Elliot Page.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I saw some clips from it this morning, and it may be something interesting to watch.
Okay.
I'm such a fan of him.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Remember Inception?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
You don't remember him?
I think my foot's on like
you don't remember him?
Something is happening. My foot
don't
feels like
kick
it's
the
on
tripod.
fire.
You almost kicked the camera.
The fire!
Tripod fire.
We got a fire!
It looks like we got a fire in here.
I know.
It seriously feels like American Burger downtown.
Do you want me to open the doors so we can get some of the smoke out? This is good stuff. We had to like chill the atmosphere.
Okay, tell me about that dream of being an actor. Whew.
It's hard to talk about it because it's gone now, so I don't have that same dream. There was just something about it that called. I just felt a pull that I was supposed to be on the coast, that I was being out there. I saw myself in movies. I saw myself and I thought, My reasoning too was like, I can't remember all of it, but one of the things that I remember is I had to lie about my life so much that I knew I had the skill because I was already living so many different characters, and it was so intense that it wasn't something that I didn't have awareness of. It was like, yeah, I absolutely have to be this person here, this person here, this person here. I have to act like none of these things are happening or going on. I have to put this here, this here, this here. So I'm like, I totally got this down. I can totally embody a completely different person on a whim. So I was like, this will be something that I'll be good at. And then I pursued it. It started to look like it was, things started to like move a bit.
And tell me about the pursuing part if you want to. What that looked like.
No, because it's so small and so short and it's not a thing. And it was a thing for a while because like my mom worked really hard for me, and it was like, I can tell you 2 times that I've felt like I've gained somebody's approval.
Yeah.
And that was one of the times, and I think it was a really shitty way to gain approval. And so now I look at it and I'm like, I'm not giving that any energy. And then it stopped being my dream. So there's not a lot to tell now.
Okay.
It was a big deal, and then it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah. I was pretty, I don't know if obsessed is the right word, I suppose, right?
Probably.
Focus is definitely not the right word. I had little to no focus for the first 39 years of my life. If you know anything about me, I just turned 40 2 months ago.
You've been focused for 2 months.
Yeah. Fucking dialed in on that motherfucker.
39 years of practice. Now you're ready to be focused.
No. Fucking 40 hit, man.
I know, it hit you rough, huh?
Yeah. And then it was like...
I thought the world was dying when I turned 40, so...
It's so stupid,
I didn't have
too.
to focus on being 40.
It's so dumb.
So how are you, 40-year-old?
I'm doing well now.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm doing well now.
Well, you don't have a sports car and a 20-year-old that you're banging, so I
Right?
say you're doing pretty good.
I have I got a new lawnmower.
Yeah.
It's a used lawnmower off of Facebook for $50, but it runs like a champ. It's my midlife crisis. That's funny. What was the questions?
I can see some effects of 40. I was being a smartass. Like, what was I saying?
Like, I definitely have a gray hair in my chin, but I've had those before. Did you have any questions for me?
Where I'm going to say 5 or 10, and you tell me. My question is, did you 5? Did you 10?
Oh, 10.
Why? For the
I
podcast?
think it's obvious.
Well, I think we should probably get ready to wrap it up.
Why?
Hey. No?
Yeah, why?
Okay.
Did the parents just come home and kicking all the kids out? Oh, looks like this party's over.
Why are you so unhappy? That's your question. Why are you so unhappy?
That's a real question.
Yes.
Why did you ask a real question?
Okay. Why are you a butt man?
Oh my God, you're so
Is that a better one?
frustrated with me right
No,
now.
I'm not. I'm just trying to ask a more lighthearted one.
I'm still a butt man.
I know you're still a butt man. So why? Why is it? What is it about?
I'm not unhappy.
What is it about the peaches?
I'm not
The
unhappy.
peaches and cream that you want to squeeze and slap. How much did you crank up Beyonce's Bootylicious?
No, I liked that one that she sang. She sings some good songs.
She does sing some good songs.
I'm not unhappy.
Okay.
I'm not unhappy.
Yeah?
I'm depressed.
Yeah.
And I'm managing anxiety.
Yeah.
And I think I have low testosterone.
Yeah, I've noticed you've been looking that up a lot.
How have you noticed that I've been looking that up a lot? Do you get Facebook ads for stuff that I look up?
I'm like, can you get a low T? This might help you feel more manly.
I get Facebook ads for stuff that you look up.
Oh, damn. I guess that's how I got a present, huh?
What is that all about?
Found a nice sex toy for me.
No.
Because I was Googling sex toys.
No, you don't remember that? You told me about that sex toy.
I did, but I didn't know how you found it. And then you bought it
took
for
your
me.
phone
Oh.
and I went and looked at the text message that had the link.
Oh. So it wasn't a Facebook ad.
And then I went straight to it and bought it.
I didn't realize you were all stealth. I thought you were like...
Well, you told me that the person sent you the
but
link. But
you grabbed my phone.
I'm doing it right now with my brain.
Probably. Well, good job. That was some... I'm fist bumping
watched,
you. That was some... I'm happy with my present.
I watched Ex Machina again.
Excuse me?
Ex Machina?
I've never heard of that.
You've seen it. Maybe this is the movie we saw on our first date.
Right.
It probably was.
I don't think I've seen Ex Machina.
Holy fuck, how crazy would it be if it was, folks? It's the one with the AI, the guy in the glass house, and he brings the other guy there, and then it's the rich guy.
How do you spell Ex Machina so I can look it up?
So it's Ex
And then Machina.
Machina.
Ex Machina. Why are you saying Machina?
Because that's how it's pronounced.
Oh my hell. I can remember Ex Machina.
Right?
But
You've
Ex
seen that
Machina.
one.
Like, I've never heard of that.
Well, okay, Google.
It's not. Oh,
When did Ex Machina come out?
In the United States of America,
Damn it.
Ex Machina was released on April 24th,
Oh,
2015.
what did Google just say? Machina. It's not machina. Machina is not a word, dear.
I didn't think Machina was a word. You've said Ex Machina the whole time.
Well, I heard somebody pronounce it correctly, so now I can pretend that I'm smart.
Wait, what? Okay, my head hurts. I don't think I can keep up with this. Ex Machina, Machina, Men, anything X. It's out of my comprehension abilities in this moment in time. Okay.
Go ahead.
You what?
Do you have to go pee?
No, I just had a thought.
Let's hear it.
Okay, Google.
Haha, yours doesn't work anymore.
Give me
You're
a
gonna have to
goddamn
type.
second.
But I watched Ex Machina again.
Yeah?
And it's such a good movie.
Really?
Because of it's
Oh, God, I can't type Ex Machina. Hold on.
It in itself is a thought experiment, the movie. Because it's like, what's going to happen when some fucking rich guy makes some AI? Turns out it's going to kill the rich guy and then come for all of us. I think Ex Machina is the first season of Westworld.
Really?
No,
Okay. I don't think we went to the movies
I don't know.
on our first date.
I don't think we did either.
I think we're just assuming that because we went to Old Navy, which is by the movie theater that we always go to.
Yeah.
So we're like, did we go to the movies?
Did you Google if we went to a movie on our first
I
date?
did. Google said, why the fuck would I know that?
Google said, go to DuckDuckGo. They might know.
Right? I keep forgetting about DuckDuckGo. It's really smoky in here.
Can you see it
I
now?
wonder if it's going to be, if we're going to look all hazy in the video.
Purple haze.
Yeah.
If there's one thing that, like, if you woke up tomorrow.
Tomorrow. I hope so. Do I get the I want to wake up tomorrow.
Okay, the name of this episode is Thought Experiment. I'm just saying it now.
Okay.
Because all these things that I've been asking
So when I wake up tomorrow, if
all these things I've been asking you this whole episode have been thought experiments.
Okay. So when I wake up tomorrow,
We're changing the name of the podcast to Thought Experiment.
when I wake up tomorrow.
Okay, Google.
Oh shit. I just ate the mic.
Okay. Oh God.
I want to see where you're going with this. When I wake up tomorrow, if this happens, or if
you
I
could pick one skill. Hold on, just listen to the whole thing before you start.
I'm ready.
Just one skill.
Okay.
One thing.
I'm already thinking of all the skills that I want.
But just whatever one it is.
Okay.
You wake up in the morning and you are a master at that skill.
Okay.
What is it?
Can I be a masturbator? I've got two in my brain. I don't know if I could.
That's so good.
It's actually exciting because
masturbator is.
No, yes, it is. I
Let's
would
hear it.
be.
You only get one.
I only get one skill.
Yeah, the thought experiment is you have to pick one, not two. One.
I thought it was one that I was like the best at. Whatever. I just had the skill honed in. Doesn't mean I have any other like kind of skills. I only get one skill my whole life. No. It's definitely going to be a masturbator then. If I can only do one thing, I want to masturbate the entire time.
Hi, my name's Stephanie.
And all I do
I'm
is
a professional masturbator. No, this is just a silly thought experiment. What would be the one thing
that I would want?
You wake up tomorrow and you're a master at this one skill. What is it?
But I have no other skills.
You have all the same skills.
I have all the same skills, but now that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
But now I'm a master at this
at
one.
Just one. And it's not one that you currently have. It's one you want.
Well, I'm not a master at one I currently have, but I want to be a master.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Suspense. The drum roll, please.
It's not expensive. I just want to be like more I want all of, like, I don't know how to say master. It without, like, every time I say master, I feel like, hey, because it's not really me doing it. I want to be a master at connecting to my intuition and to the universe, to source, so I could absolutely connect.
So you want to be a master practitioner of energy? That
would be great.
That would be good.
Yeah. So then the healing could come through.
What would that even look like?
What would that look like?
Fucking floating and shit.
It wouldn't be for me. It would be for other people.
Well, yeah, but you're a master. It'd be fucking like bringing the remote closer with your mind. And
I don't think I would use it for that. I mean, I might if I'm having an off day, but like, just think of all the good that could happen.
It would be way cool.
Do you want to hear the contrast
of the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the other one?
What I was going between?
What's the other one?
Guitar player. So it was like,
that's mine.
Save the world or play the guitar.
No, that's mine.
Yeah.
I want to wake up and be Tim Reynolds.
Yeah? Okay.
I want to wake up and have, like, you put a guitar in my hand and just the most amazing things happen. You say, play this song, and I play the song. Or they're like, hey, have you ever heard, you mean this? Or I just like master.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love that. I was thinking about that the other day. Like, I need more guitar in my life, more practice.
I think this means that the energy that came in that seized me, I think I'm done letting people seize me any longer, because the fact that that was there is like, oh yeah, I really want this. And I don't care who you are. You no longer get to keep taking me out and shutting me down and trying to destroy my life. Like, I'm so done. I'm so done. People get to be on their journey, but they don't get to affect mine anymore, no matter who they are. So we'll see what happens.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Don't get in my way.
Your listeners, you've been put on notice, motherfuckers.
You better send me some good vibes. I'm happy I said that.
I'm happy you said that too.
Yeah. It's actually a big shift. I don't know what's going to come from it now, but I'm okay.
Good.
I'm okay.
We need some big shifts.
Yeah, we do.
Big shifts have been coming. We've been working up to them.
Yeah.
Right?
I hope we're still team captains. I guess that means we're on opposite teams.
Team captains?
Yeah, like the leader of our own teams. But I want to be team with you.
Yeah, it's you and me.
Yeah.
On this ship. You're O Captain, my captain. And I'm O Captain, my captain. And I go where you go.
I go where you go.
Jeopardy! Where is O Captain, my captain from? Well, it's from multiple things, obviously, but what is it famous for? Or where is it famous to Craig for? Where is it centered? Where does it come from that has all the meaning for Craig? How fucking funny would Craig Jeopardy be?
Craig Jeopardy would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
It would be awesome. The only shitty thing is I don't have the memory bank of actors, actresses, movies, directors that you have.
You don't need that for Craig Jeopardy.
That's all your questions would be.
No, this is what movie is important to Craig that has the line, "Oh, Captain, my captain." Yes. And the answer is?
I know that it's Robin Williams. It's the movie, but it's I can't remember. See, that's my point. This is why I would lose. This was just the thing I said, is I don't have the memory bank of the movie names and
Dead
the directors.
Poets Society.
Dead Poets Society.
Who's in it?
I just told you, Robin Williams. Robin Williams is
Who
the
else
O
is in
Captain.
it?
Matt. I don't remember the other names.
Ethan Hawke.
See, this is not because I can't remember those people. Does not mean that my love for you is less.
Oh, baby, I think you would win Craig Jeopardy.
No, because you would make it all movies, and I just demonstrated my skills. I don't remember.
I wouldn't make it all movies. Actually, I would win Craig Jeopardy.
Yes, you would. Yes,
But
you would.
I host Craig Jeopardy.
Yes, you would. You would do it all yourself too. You would host it and play it, and
That
it
makes
would go.
me sound.
And it would go as perfect. That makes you sound what?
That makes me sound like a jerk.
A jerk.
What's the name of this episode again?
Thought experiments.
Okay. I'm gonna write it down.
I was so scared. I'm like, that was like 2 minutes ago. You can pull that out. Maybe I've got the alls. I couldn't remember that.
Experiment or experiments? What's your favorite kind of gum?
I love the taste of juicy fruit, but I never get it because it's sugary and it tastes good for about 10 minutes and then it's done. And I like the longevity. So I usually go for spearmint. I like spearmint.
Guess what?
What?
You said juicy fruit, huh?
Yes.
I pictured.
A peach?
Hold on.
Was it a butt?
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, what's the name of this gum? Fruit Stripes?
Yeah. Fruit stripes are good. I remember
Is
those.
that the name of that gum?
I said, were you they were striped like zebras.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's what I pictured when you said juicy fruit.
Oh, yeah, that's not it, but
So
that's
while
good
you were
too.
talking, I was sitting there thinking, like, who the fuck's favorite gum is Fruit Stripes? That's just literally candy. I'm like, it doesn't last 10 minutes. It lasts 15 seconds. You chew it, it tastes like rubber. You spit it out and put another one in. That's brilliant. Fuck. Oh, God. That's so good. You're just on top of everything. That's also what she said.
Yes, she did.
Boy. Anything else?
I think, I don't know. I lost my train of thought when we were going a certain direction and you're like, what's your favorite gum? And my brain went, right. So
Right.
now I don't remember.
Yeah, this
Where
has
we
been
were.
an interesting episode.
It has.
It definitely did not align with the intro.
It actually did. You said it was a fun episode. And I
yeah.
think we've been fun. We didn't go deep.
That's what she said.
She said, yet.
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 When
You don't get it.
I do get it.
Do you?
Yeah, that we're going to go deep later. Yeah. And we ain't talking about talking.
I thought you were going to say tacos. We're going to talk about tacos. I'm like, we might be.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
Something completely not important right now. Anything else?
Anything else? There was actually a couple of things that I wanted to say, and I don't have them now.
Are they on a list somewhere? Perhaps
No,
on your
because
phone?
it was like, oh, I want to say this. And my brain went, I don't remember.
It's okay.
Let's see if I can create something else in its place.
Oh, you're a shit.
I don't know. I'm nice. I'm nice. And I'm going to wake up tomorrow and the universe is like, I heard you want to be a master beta. Like,
How
I'm gonna get
crazy
carpal tunnel.
if you woke up and you were a master energy practitioner and I was like an amazing guitar player.
I think that'll be awesome.
That would be so awesome.
That'll be awesome.
Tune in next week on the
Cool.
Energy is Love podcast and find out.
I'll be levitating.
And I'll
Because
be
that's
guitaring.
where you think I was going to put the energy. What if I get... Never mind. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there. Let it go. Clear it out. It's gone.
Pock pod?
Yes. Aw.
I got you.
You listen to me.
All the
love
time.
you.
Everywhere I go, I hear Stephanie's thoughts. in
I don't
my
know if
head.
that's a sweet thing or you're insinuating that I'm not quiet ever.
No, I just always hear your voice. Thank you for listening, folks. And
And I just opened another beer. Are we done?
go
Or-
to Instagram. Yeah, we're done. I'm hungry. I want to go make that orange chicken.
It's a good idea. I have fun.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. Okay, folks, thank you. And when in doubt,
Spread the cookie out.